We're live. Haven't gone live in quite a while, but I've been doing videos several days a week. So if you're seeing this in the replay, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the new subscribers recently and all the support. A lot of people have been commenting recently, and a lot of people have been reaching out with suggestions and asking me to do more of this or more of this, and I appreciate all that. So thank you, and keep them coming. And let me know where you're tuning in from in the comments. So today I'm talking about confessions, live confessions of a life coach. I have had my own program it's been over a year, it's been about a year and a half. Before that, I was coaching people in business, and for the last few years, I've been doing this. So I officially had my online program for about 1 year and a half. And in that time, I've learned, well, I already knew some of these things, but I have several different things here that are just baffling my mind about people. And this will help a lot of people, but you're going to have to be open-minded, because sometimes we're talking about people's faults, and I'm not judging you. And anyway, even if I was, it wouldn't matter. So don't worry about, just give yourself a fair assessment instead of lying to yourself. And, no one is going to benefit from these except for you. Or the negative side, no, this isn't going to hurt anyone other than you. So again, I'm just pointing these things out from what I've been learning. And I've had several different clients from different ages, from different backgrounds, from different areas. I've had clients in other countries as well. So I'm going to generalize and bring things in to things that are blowing my mind in these. I'm not going to use anyone's name. And if you have been one of my clients and you think I'm talking about you, maybe not, because these things are the common problems that people have that are definitely holding them back. So again, this is based on across ages, across races, across cultures. Certain of these things, these are all gonna matter. It's gonna get a result. So this isn't just to hear myself talk. This is real things that can get real results in your life. All right, so now that some people are tuning in, thank you for watching if you're here live. And say hi in the comments. Make sure you can hear me and everything. Let me know everything's good. And let me get into this list. I have 7 things written down that I'm going to go over, of things that are just baffling me with life coaching. So and again, I'm not a typical life coach. I would probably laugh at some life coaching because if it's more of the touchy-feely, positive thinking kind of thing, I'm more real results. Yes, positive thinking is great, but the way that people understand it is often just a tiny little kindergartner version of positive thinking. And also the same goes with prayer. A lot of people are praying, but are doing it incorrectly. And, who am I to say it's incorrectly? Well, it's the result that matters. So I'm very scientific based. I'm very ultra logical, and some things will irritate people. So that part I can't do anything about. If you find yourself irritated by the things on here, then maybe I'm striking a nerve and talking about something deep down in your subconscious mind that you could work on. And again, if you do work on it, you're going to get the benefit, not me. So I'm just throwing these things out there to help, but you're going to have to put them into practice or not. So the first thing that I've noticed wow, I have to confess this one that it's mind-blowing is how low people's self-worth is. And this comes into play in other of the things I have noted here, because you're not going to be able to achieve really anything. You're not going to be able to really go after a worthwhile goal if you don't have self-worth. Because as soon as you pop into something, as soon as you hit some kind of roadblock, which there will be many, the people with no self-worth just can't, just crumble or just go right along with anyone that comes by and suggests something else. So why would you, if you're starting some program, or if you're trying to change your life, or starting a new business, anything like that, you have to be somewhat selfish. And I know that, for people like me, I'm not on the selfish spectrum. I was off the other side. So I learned this in a meditation class, that there are selfishness and and modesty. You should be somewhere in the middle, but some people are way too far off the modesty side. I used to be, and then you have to be really selfish to equal it out. But, there's other people that are really selfish. They're probably not watching this kind of video anyway. But if you're going to achieve anything, you have to love yourself. Or, like I said, the first person that comes along is just going to take it from you. Or they're just going to maybe just suggest verbally that it's not worthwhile, or whatever it is. And even their suggestion will derail people who are too modest with no self-worth. You have to learn how to love yourself. And that's not what this whole video is about. I could probably do another video about that. If you want me to do another video about loving yourself, comment below. I could definitely do a whole one on that. Okay, next point I have is that I have to confess this about people that they have too small of goals. And I'm really understating that. Really, most people have no goals at all. They just hope or wish for something or pray. Look, prayer is amazing. If you know how it works, you can definitely use it to get results. Some people that know that have done it already, and once you've done it and know how it works, you can do it again. But most people are praying for things that this is not how prayer is meant for. So to have a goal or to have a prayer, you have to do it correctly, or it's just a wish. And have you ever had a wish that didn't come true? Have you ever had a prayer that didn't come true? Yeah, back before I knew how these things worked, prayer is meant to be helpful and to get results and to be useful. That's why they're teaching it for thousands of years. And not just one religion, many, if not all religions teach some form of praying. But what about the people that are praying? Are they really getting anywhere with it? I don't think they are. And to be able to get the result, did my video lag? You have to understand science, because you can pray scientifically. If you're just wishing for something, good luck, it's not going to happen. But if you can see it clearly into fruition, visually, that is going to be, and that's why some people teach to pray thanks. Give thanks for what you already have. That's why that's so powerful. People say, you know, the way to powerfully pray and actually manifest something is to give thanks. And that's so different night and day from how most people pray. They go, oh, please, I want this, I need this, or why can't I have this, or I really want this. No, that's not going to work. Sorry, but you can keep doing that if you want. Good luck. You're going to need luck, which I don't really talk about luck. Create your own luck by praying correctly, which is praying for thanks. Thank you for this camera. Thank you for this live stream. Thank you for the viewers. Thank you for the iPad. You know what I mean? Then I can see it and actually feel it. Conversely, if there's something that you don't have but you want and you just wish for it, that's not the same feeling. And the feeling is very important because then you're going to take action and your feelings are going to dictate your results. So I could add another bullet point in here. Most people are totally out of control with their feelings. They're letting their feelings control their whole life. And hey, I have emotions just like you, just like everyone else. In fact, I'm really tapped into my emotions because I, have a background in art and acting. So I can really tune into my emotions, but I don't let them dictate what I'm going to do. And most people just get so swept away into whatever comes along, and they're getting controlled by other people. Because other people who know how to control you are using that to their advantage. And then by the time the emotions went away, you're left there feeling like, wait a minute, what just happened? So, I've been on the bad end of that also, especially, when you're younger, before you learn a lot of these things. The hard way. Next one, so that last one was people have too small of goals. So I just want to say that you could probably multiply your goals by 100 or by 10. And it should be something that it's going to be a challenge to even complete it in your lifetime. That is a good goal. Something really worthwhile that you're not even sure that you can complete in your lifetime. I'm repeating it because most people are so far away from that they're like, they have a little to-do list, but those aren't goals. Okay, I have other videos about that. I could go on and on for hours, but let me go to the next one to keep this concise. The people let their friends and family totally control their life for the worse, not for the better. I have not found one situation where people have a positive influence by their family. If you do, that's fine. It's possible, but most people's family are a dead weight, just dragging them along, and they're even when they're adults. So if you're gonna achieve anything, if you're gonna get any kind of results, you have to cut the umbilical cord and venture out into your own life. And I'm talking about adults, not kids. And also, some kids aren't even adults until their brain matures, which for women is around 23 or 4, for men is around 27 or 8. But so you're going to have some difficulties in your 20s just because of that. Because everyone is under the misconception that, just because they're 18, they're an adult. Well, that's whatever, they are going to just try to sell you cigarettes and alcohol, but your brain does not mature until your late 20s for men and mid 20s for women. Doesn't matter what you want it to do. That's nature. That's science, and you can't rush it. It would be nice, but hey, I'm brutally honest, and you know, it'd be better for some people when they're 18 to have a mentor or something until they're 30 or late 20s. Some people are more mature than others at different ages. You know that, but in general, that's when it is. So, and I'm was mature for my age, and still it didn't happen until I was 27, 28, 29, and I could feel it happening. It completely, many different things were changing physiologically, and you know, that's the reality of it. So let's go to the next one. Pleasers never win. This is the same as the last one. Pleasers. Like, I meet a lot of people that say they want to help other people. They want to help others. That's fantastic. First, I want to help people, otherwise I wouldn't be making free videos, 200 and more, probably almost 300. I haven't looked, but I'm cranking out free content to help people is one of the purposes. And you know, it makes me feel a purpose, it makes me feel more connected, and it's the right thing to do it sometimes. However, this is not, you can't, I see people that have no ability or no capability of helping anyone, or like they're saying they're helping people, or they're saying they want to help people and they're not. And I hate to tell them that, because I want to encourage people to help others. Yeah, I'm not like being a wet blanket. However, it's foolish most of the time I see it. People with no business helping anyone, who they need to help themselves. And then they need to be like the things I talked about in the beginning of the video, self-worth and selfishness, a little bit of it at least, so that they can get to some base level of health, well-being, and wealth. At least it does, you know, they don't have wealth. I measure wealth in time, not in money. So I'm not the only one that does that, but it's how long can you survive? That's wealth. It's not how much money you make, because some people are just, it's all going out into bills anyway. So what is your ability, and how long can you survive without a paycheck? That's wealth. So, I've got Doge alerts going off. What is that? I'll have to do another video later. So pleasers never win. And for example, imagine if you were playing sports. Like, I used to do taekwondo, and I used to do tournaments. So imagine if I was trying to please the people, and how would you win like that? Like, okay, here, hit me. Just stand there and let them punch and kick me? That doesn't make sense. So, yes, we're not always punching and kicking, but the way that I'm just sighing, because people are just so, they heard this somewhere on Sesame Street or something, some kind of BS nonsense, and they got trapped in this rut of helping people, but they're not helping them. And I have specific examples that, like, what are you helping? Are you really helping, or are you just enabling? And are you going around helping adults that don't need help? Like, you're just live your own life. These people have their own life. Let them be. Just let them fail or succeed. You can't, even though I'm helping people and I'm coaching certain people, I can't go around helping everyone. That's not how it works. I used to do that. It didn't work at all. The results were terrible. Like, those people aren't asking for help, or they don't need help, or maybe they're asking and they're just manipulating you. And why do they need that? Why didn't they do it themselves? Why are they not like, like I believe in, for example, I'm employing someone with disability. They can do it, the disability doesn't affect what I hired them for. So, but I feel good that I needed that done. I'm hiring them because I need it done. I'm not hiring them because of, it's good that it helps them. It's a good situation. But like, sometimes I see people going out of their way, sacrificing their own life to help people, something that's not going to make a result. It's just like, it's so stupid to me, and I wish I could slap someone, metaphorically, and just wake them up, because they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. Most people are sick and need to take care of themselves, and most people are broke and need to take care of themselves. Then they can help other people. For example, I used to be sick. Years ago, I was chronically sick for years, and it was terrible. I almost didn't make it. Now, I totally changed my life completely around, got great results, and then I thought, oh my God, I better help people. It's obvious. I know how, and they don't. So it's not like I don't really want to go through the effort, but they need it, and I know how. Most people don't know how to really get a result. So it's nice to want to help people, but like, being nice isn't going to get anyone anywhere. I'm not nice. Some people think I'm a jerk because I'm honest, and people don't want to know the truth often. People want to just put an earplug in and a blinders on and pretend like whatever. They don't want to know what they're eating is toxic. They don't want to know that their job is keeping them poor. They just want to like live in some fantasy world of self-help on YouTube. Well, I'm not that kind of BS nonsense. I'm into real, legitimate results that you can measure. If you're not measuring it, then what are you even doing? So if you're helping someone, are you measuring it to see if you were successful after? Or are you just blowing smoke? Or are you just taking unhealthy people unhealthy gifts? That's not helping. It's not the thought that counts. If people give me something that's going to kill me, I'm not going to eat it. Slowly kill. They might think they're helping me and they're not. you know, if some, so anyway, I could go on and on about that. Let's go on to the next thing. So that one was pleasers never win. The next one is winners never please. This goes back to what we're talking about self-esteem or self-worth. Because you're gonna get, how can you even wake up and get out of bed and eat? Or how can you even take care of yourself if you don't care about life? And if you don't care about your own life, how are you gonna care about other people's life? So you really have to develop your life, your health, your own psychology to have relationships with anyone, to have successful businesses. I mean, there are people that try to skip this and they might get to success or they might get married, but then it's going to fail because they can't keep it up long term. Time will either expose you or promote you. And that's kind of what karma is. It goes around and it comes around in business and in life. You can't eat something unhealthy and not suffer from it. People think that people are living in some fantasy that they can somehow live outside of science and physics. Nope. You can't escape gravity. Even if you fly in an airplane, they're using gravity. Gravity is factored into how they fly. They're not just thinking to defy gravity. No, they're understanding gravity and using it. So you can still fly, but you better understand the laws of the universe or you're gonna crash. That's basically what my videos are about. And I've learned the hard way and crashed and burned many times in my past, so this advice all comes from real life info. And I have a lot of different clients and they're all having tons of different experiences, so I'm learning a lot from them too, their failures and successes. It's very obvious to me who's going to succeed and who's not. That's the whole point of this. It's obvious. People who are going to achieve something, it's obvious they're going to make it eventually. Yeah, they might have the cards stacked against them, but they'll make it. They'll make it. You know, there's a few qualities like I'm talking about, like winners never please. Are you going to, if someone comes along and tells you your goal is stupid, or that tells you you're a dummy for being healthy or that you're weird or whatever, people make fun of me for the same things they probably make fun of everyone else for. What am I going to do? Change my whole life around for them? Are you kidding me? They're a loser. They're making fun of people? What kind of a life is that? They must hate themselves because they must be so uptight about themselves. They must be making fun of themselves all the time, and when they see other people, they're so critical. Like people that are so critical, it must be terrible to be them. So remember that when they're being a jerk to you, remember, they're a nightmare in their own head. So just exit and let them be miserable by themselves. Don't help them and get sucked into their BS. I want to shake the camera and wake people up. Is that you're getting sucked into narcissists' unhealthy crap. That they're not gonna, why are they in that mess? Why are they sick to begin with? It's their fault. That's the hard lesson that most people don't want to hear me say. That's the thing everyone's avoiding. They're pointing at other people. It's their fault. The people, see, you can't get anywhere before you understand this. If you're poor, it's your fault. If you're unhealthy, it's your fault. Hello? And don't kill the messenger. Not everyone is ready for that. Most people are not ready to hear that. And I know that. It's not news to me, but guess what? I'm doing it anyway. You know why? Because this is what really helps people. You know what really helps people? A boot. A proverbial boot in their rear. And, I started out coaching people, being really nice and all that crap, positive thinking and stuff like that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Being a pleaser does not help anyone. And I have to, my clients pay me to tell them the truth and to get them the result. I can't, if they go off the rail and I go, it's okay. Why do they need my help? That's not helping. That's not helping. People need the donut or cigarette slapped out of their hand and a boot replaced by it. I know this is not what the media says. I know this is not what pop culture says. I know this is not what personal development says, but it's the truth. Definitely. 100% sure. I'm a black belt. I've lived in other countries. I've succeeded. I've failed. And I know when I failed and when I succeeded. And when my clients fail and when my clients succeed, it's so obvious to me now after years and years and years of doing this. It's so obvious. These are the things that most people are too lazy to do. They just want to do the very least possible and then say they're helping everyone and say that they're, have goals and everything. No, they're not doing it. You can see by their results. By the way, all the other health coaches and life coaches around, they're not even healthy. I take one look at them and I see diseases seeping out of them all over the place. And you can see that and notice it. So most people won't give the brutal truth and point this stuff out. That's why, it's not always popular, but with the right people it is. With the right successful people, they welcome this kind of info. They are happy to hear the truth, even if it's brutally honest. Because if it'll help them get to where they want to go, they'll use it. And that's flat out, that's it. End of story. People that want to get healthy, and that's the most important thing ever in their life or else, then they're going to do whatever it takes to get healthy. They're going to get the result. They want the result. They don't want everyone thinks they're healthy. No, they want the actual result, feeling measurable. So real successful winners, what I'm calling winners, yeah, you fail sometimes, but you keep plowing forward. And here's another thing. Here's another thing that never ceases to amaze me. People are addicted to entertainment, and they never study or work on themselves. And now I'm not saying to sit around and read instead of getting things done, but because it's not always in the form of reading. Sometimes it's in the form of networking or tracking someone down or driving around or calling around to different places and asking questions. Or it might be reading or it might be watching videos. It depends on what the situation is, but the people who are going to flat out fail over and over again, and the people that are going to eventually succeed no matter what, these people, losers or morons, I would sometimes call them, I know that's not politically correct either. They just want entertainment. They just want to party, and they'll go to every party imaginable. What are people doing? They'll go to every sporting event imaginable. Why? What are you doing? You only get one life. They're expecting to get another go. You only have a limited amount of time. You have the same amount of time in a day as every successful person. Let's say Elon Musk, they're so popular or whatever. I could care less. Or Bill Gates or whatever. Well, he's not so popular, but he's infamous more than popular. But anyway, what do those people have that you don't? I know everyone's got all these excuses that, oh, they had this or oh, they had that. There are so many millionaires and billionaires that did it on their own. And if we ignore money, let's talk about health. There are healthy people out there in the underground, usually, but they are out there, people like me, that are getting the real result. They're not just promoting their dumb coffee brand or whatever. So hunt them down sometimes and get mentored by them, whether it's in business or if it's in life. You know, if you want a better relationship, find someone that you just think their relationship is what you want, and just ask them questions. It's sometimes that simple, but people aren't even thinking about that. They'd rather just drift around blaming others. And I notice it absolutely. It's a way of life. It's a totally different way. It's a totally different way. People do not win by accident. Sometimes they do, but then it's a one-off thing. People that win consistently, they know what they're doing. People that lose consistently blame everyone but themselves. It's their fault. Everything I do is my fault. I know it's hard to come to grips with that, but once you do, it makes life easier in a lot of ways. I never waste my time blaming anyone, that's for sure. Sometimes I make mistakes and it hurts, but hey, next. You know, I'm not going to just give up on life every time I stub my toe. So next one is the last one. Yeah, I've alluded to this several times. This is the last thing on my list. So thank you for watching all the way. If you're getting value from this, give it a thumbs up. This is the hard lessons that I've learned. And they're not easy lessons. And also they're not popular lessons. And I have a feeling that when I open my mouth to tell someone that they're not going to want to hear it. But I would be doing a disservice to my viewers and my clients if I didn't bring it up. That's what I believe. That's why I'm doing this. So the last one is people eat so terribly. And it's killing them. It's crazy. And you can see the diseases from a mile away on a lot of people. And it's sad to see people that are praying instead of healing. What do they think is going to happen? Jesus knew how to heal people. He wasn't just putting pixie dust and going, oh, everyone's healed. No. Yeah, the Bible, I think, glazed over a lot of stuff and probably was hijacked and changed, but he knew what he was doing. He was systematically healing people. He wasn't just hocus pocusing people. And I didn't understand this growing up, so I think most people don't understand this at all. And it wasn't just Jesus. There have been plenty of other people curing the sick. before and after Jesus. So if you don't believe in Jesus, there have been other people that were doing it without a religion attached to it um, throughout history. They're just not, it's just not the most popular thing going on. So that's a whole nother, I talk about this in other of my videos. I do have a lot of them. If you're interested, definitely check them out. I have a lot of different playlists too. But the things that people are eating that they're somehow thinking is healthy, that's killing them, when are they going to stop and realize and question it? Like, wait a minute, I feel miserable and I'm dying, basically. Well, it's because of what you're eating. Hello? And if your doctor didn't tell you that, then they're an absolute con artist scammer or moron. And I hate to say that because it sounds mean, but so many experiences myself and from my clients that tell me this stuff that would blow you away. How dumb, the dumb things that some of these quack doctors out there are saying. That's absolutely shameful and absurd. Now, I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not giving medical advice. But it doesn't take a medical professional to see that people are dying from diseases from what they're eating. What do you think that just magically is happening? No way. You should be cranked up with energy. You should be in good health naturally. That's natural. If there's a disease, it's being caused by something artificial. Most people are not. Most people are so far from understanding that because they're constantly having the BS in their face. All these things in the store that say it's healthy on the front, bull crap. I mean, why aren't the people that are eating it in good health then? If such and such is healthy, then why are the people sick? It's so, like, when people say, when I tell people that such and such is unhealthy and they can't believe it, and they're sick, then it's like, you're sick. So stop telling me what's healthy. I'm not sick, and I haven't been in years. So they should be asking me instead of telling me. Oh my God, it's so stupid. It would be like, I'm a black belt. It would be like someone who never studied martial arts trying to teach me martial arts. I would just look at them like, what are they doing? Are they mentally ill? What are they thinking? So, I mean, to someone that already healed, to someone that's already been ill chronically and totally healed, uncurable diseases and healed them, what would you think? That's what happened to me. So now what? Now what do I do? I look at what people are doing and it's like, well, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I would never ever do that. And these dumb people are always pretending like they know what they're doing. So weak-minded people follow right along with it. And this is really a shame because there's a lot of scammers and fake gurus that are unhealthy. There's so many of them. I could go through YouTube and point them all out. There are people that are trying to teach how to be healthy and productive, and then I see them with a coffee in their hand. Moron. Fail. I know that they're sick already. So anyway, because I've been there, done that. So it's like, it would be like, also I'm a musician. It'd be like a total beginner trying to teach me how to play a musical instrument. I would know instantly that they don't know anything. It's obvious. But they're trying to fool people that don't know any better, and that is a scam, my friends. So many people with their crappy supplements and their personal development YouTube channels and their book they wrote and their celebrity endorsements. I'm not being bitter about it. I'm just like, I, I kind of chuckle, although it's not funny. I'm happy for them that they are succeeding, but I'm not happy that they're scamming people and selling things with harmful chemicals added to it. So that's kind of what I've been thinking is these are some things I needed to vent, and I thought that they're very valuable to share. Although most people I don't think will be mentally prepared to get the value out of it. But thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think. For the people just tuning in, I'm wrapping up. So if you have any questions, let me know now. I'll do a Q&A. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll stay on as long as there are questions. I used to do, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I was doing Q&As quite often, but I just answered so many questions in my previous Q&As that I felt like it was getting redundant. But it's been a while, so I thought I would do another one. And I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the thumbs up. So if you do have any questions, let me know now. Otherwise, I will wrap up the video. But I will give you a couple minutes to type your question because I know there's a little bit of a lag. So while you're thinking of a question, I will take a drink of water. Because I just talked for 45 minutes straight without breathing almost. All right. So let me know your questions and we'll do a Q&A. Usually the end of the videos are the best parts. When I do Q&A, people start tuning in and asking questions. Actually, you know what? If nobody commented, YouTube won't show my video to anyone. So right at the beginning, I should have said, please comment anything. Even if you just comment the word comment, it would really be helpful. Because when people, like, YouTube is based on a mathematical algorithm, so they'll just hide my video unless certain things, I don't know exactly all how it works, but I know a lot about it, that the likes and the comments, they won't even, if people watch and then don't comment, it's like a negative thing, and it's really weird. But anyway, and sharing it somewhere relevant would be really helpful too. If you're in any good groups that would benefit from this kind of info, people that seek true, real information and not just fluff entertainment. I dig really deep and give you real info based on science and personal experience both. Not just, the pop garbage that's going around. That's my personal branding, I guess, or that's my personality, but that's my commitment to the channel. Is to tell the truth, and if I was making mistakes, then to update it with, I change and update my own lifestyle as I go, and I'm constantly raising the bar. I got some alkaline water the other day. It's supposed to be 9.2 pH naturally, but I brought it home and tested it and it wasn't. So there's another go figure scam alert. Well, it's still, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. No one is quality controlling these things. Almost every alkaline water I've tested has been BS. and not what it's advertised as. So maybe they're testing it with better equipment. Maybe I should get a better pH tester. I used to have one, but I moved a million times and overseas. So I don't think I still have the electronic one, but I have little test strips, and this was definitely not 9.2. But it was above 7 at least, or at least 7, so I drank it anyway. If you don't have any questions, I will get going. Because I've been really busy and have a million things to do, but it's my pleasure to make the video. Thank you for watching. I'll do another Q&A at some point. And if you're watching this in the replay, you can ask questions in the comments and I will answer it later. Also check out I have a whole playlist of live Q&As from a few months ago, and you can check that out. One of them went for over 4 hours long. So there's quite a wealth of information buried in those Q&As with people asking questions. But it's been a while since I did one, so I think the YouTube algorithm can't handle that I'm doing one right now, so it doesn't know. That they usually have the live Q&As usually got much more views than this. But you know, YouTube it's picky algorithm, and it's really very challenging, honestly, to have a channel. So I'm getting closer to monetization. I'm very, very almost there. And I'm pumping out like 5 videos a week, but some videos will get 300 views in the first day, and some will get 30, which is 10 times less. 10 times. So you mean to say that I have over 2,000 subscribers, only 30 people are watching? That's bizarre. So I know that YouTube is hiding them depending on what it is. So the title, the thumbnail, it's a very complicated thing that once in a while I knock one out of the park, and well, not out of the park, but I get a hold of one and it gets some traction. But other than that, it's like a constant grind. Just have to keep putting out more stuff or they'll just dump your channel. Anyway, that's a little bit of behind the scenes how it works. But if you don't have any questions, then I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day on purpose. And if you're watching this later and have questions, check out all my other Q&As or ask them in the comments and I'll answer them later. And I'll be back with more videos, probably not live. I can't figure out how to, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. It helps out a lot. But thank you for all the new subscribers and thank you for all the people watching. I've been doing daily Doge videos, and I've also been filming more Alkaline videos, and I have a lot more coming that are planned. So it's just been a lot of work getting the videos out because I have other stuff that I need to do as well. But thank you for everyone. I appreciate the thumbs up. Have an amazing day on purpose, and trust nature, live alkaline. Peace.